Hey, how's it hanging? You know who it is. Good Doc Talk Stocks back again once again. Feeling extremely emotional today just because I feel like that's the mood that I'm into. The market is up and down. I'm up and down with it, all right? Never let the market play with your emotional feelings and shit, okay? All right, so today's video, we're gonna talk about something interesting to me. But before we get into it, guys, always remember, don't only get the likes up, make sure you get your stocks up as well. You know the saying, our wealth will not build itself. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. The stock market. Best friend, worst enemy. I love it one day, hate it the next, all right? The market's gonna do that to your emotions, all right? So I wanted to talk to you guys real quick, just in my personal opinion alone, in reference to the analytics versus the emotional aspect of the market. If you ask me personally, and this could be a debate, you can feel free to share in your comments in the comment section below. In my personal opinion, I feel that the market runs more so on emotion than it does the analytics. All right, now if you guys remember back in the day, probably about a couple months ago, the newer investors that were on Robinhood, what were they doing? They were buying stocks in Hertz. They were buying stocks in GE and all of these really, and I hate that I'm going to say this word because it's probably inaccurate, but piss poor companies as we speak. They were investing in piss poor companies because, okay, stocks are cheap, wait for the bounce back, bam, get out, let's make a profit. Definitely, I believe that we were dealing with a lot of investors with short selling mentality, all right? Not knowing that the stocks were virtually worthless, okay? So from an emotional aspect, man, you saw Hertz stock jump through the roof because it was damn near on the verge of bankruptcy. You guys know how that ended up playing itself out. Even the damn Hertz people were like, yo, let's put some more shares in the market, man, and let's cash out. Knowing damn well that should probably be illegal, but yo, they was gonna try. They were like, look, man, my stock going up, yo. These people are making it go up, so yo, can I buy some more? Can we put some more shares out there and try to get a little money out of it so that we can so that we can pay our debt, or, you know, pay the money that we owe to debt collectors and stuff like that. They had to ask permission for that, and if anybody would have allowed them to do that, that would have been really, really bad, okay? That would have been really, really, really bad for the market and for people invested in the company, because that would go to show that you're literally going to allow them to sell worthless stocks, okay? So we're not gonna get into that, but again, the market, in my opinion, after seeing that particular situation happen, it runs on emotion, all right? People are emotional buyers. I talked to you guys real briefly about bandwagoners, people who were on the Moderna train, people who were on the Pfizer train in reference to the vaccination, and now there was another one out, I forgot off the top of my head, that basically got a 70% effective rate, but it came out to be cheaper than cheaper than the price that Pfizer and Moderna were gonna charge, even though they were only 70% effective, and the others, respectively, Pfizer 95, I think they upgraded, and of course, Moderna 94.5. So you see there's a little bit of competition there and trying to outdo each other, okay? But anyways, back to the topic at hand. You start to see people bandwagon, okay, man, this stock is looking good, let me jump on that. So people want to jump on Tesla's dick really fast. Like they quick to hop on Tesla's junk because now you see it doing well. When it was tanking, or when it wasn't, well, I wouldn't say tanking because I've never seen Tesla tank, but when it wasn't doing well, like immediately after the stock split, I think it kind of had a fall for a brief moment. People were talking ish about it and stuff like that. I read the articles, but you know, for those that were actually in it and for those that encouraged me to get into it, thank you. You just play it cool, man. You just play it cool, sit in the background and watch how this thing works. Same with Apple when the same stock split happened, okay? But you know, the market, in my opinion, runs more so on emotion. I've seen people buy in and get out quickly because, oh, they heard bad news. Oh, it's time for me to leave. Because it runs so much on emotion, and I hate to say this, it seems like in certain aspects, the analytics is irrelevant. And the only reason I say that is because people are gonna get in and get out when they want to, respectively. And that's gonna always alter and or shift a stock price. But for those that know the analytics, for those that know there's no justifiable, legitimate reason why the stock should be tanking, that's when you know to keep buying more. That's when we relish the long-term value investor, me being a long-term value investor, you being a long-term value investor. That's when we know, yo, let me pick up a couple of more shares. Because if there's no justification in the price drop or the stock drop, you got to know that they're poised for a bounce back. All right, this works better with dividend stocks because you know you're still gonna get your dividends on time, like they're supposed to come out for the most part. But with your growth stocks, you kind of seem to have a little bit more of an emotional imbalance with it. But again, if the analytics show, or if there's no justifiable reasoning for the stock to drop, you got to know that you got to hold it, right? You got to know that it's just people either reacting to news, number one. You got to know that, and sometimes, I recently heard this. I forgot who told me this, or if I was watching a YouTube channel when I heard it, but sometimes companies go through these brief periods where there's price of the stock drops, and don't quote me on this because I don't remember the words verbatim, but I think they sell off shares or something to that effect, wherein the price drops momentarily because of that. And however they're getting rid of these shares or whatever the hell is going on, I forgot off the top of my head, that is what's causing the stock to drop. And it's usually a very minimal pullback, maybe for a couple of days or so. But when people see the pullback, that's when they start jumping. That's when they start running like, yo, why are we getting out? What's going on? That's when you got people peeking around the corner like, what the fuck? What's happening over there? What's that? You know, you got people asking questions. Same with me, because I want to know if there's any justification in a price drop. And if there's no justification in a price drop, there's no reason for you to panic. Even though the market, in my opinion, is ran on emotion, I see no reason to panic. All right, just wanted to let y'all know that, and I want to know how you guys feel. Do you feel that the analytics run the market, or do you guys feel that the emotion is literally what's pushing the market right now? I know I got some people in my comment sections from previous videos that are going to definitely give me a description of how they feel, and I'm expecting it, and I'm waiting for it, and I want to hear it. All right, so you guys let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about whether the market is hella emotional, about to cry like a little bitch over here, or if you feel that the analytics will always dominate. The analytics rules the world. All right, y'all take care, y'all stay blessed, y'all stay true. It's been a good Doc Talk Stocks. Don't only get your likes up, make sure you get your stocks up as well, ladies and gentlemen, because guess what? Our wealth will not build itself. Take care.